What up, world? Welcome back to Bomb Boy TV. It's your boy here, Marv, coming back at you with another video. Alright, so today we are going to talk about the Super Bowl. Alright, so I'm not really a big football fan, so congrats to the Chiefs. I'm gonna say I was rooting for the Eagles just because a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I know like that team, so I'm gonna just, go with that. But the game I think was good. It was a lot of, it could have went either way pretty much. But we are here to talk about the Super Bowl halftime performance by the one and the only Rihanna. I saw a TikTok and it actually tells you how to spell her name correctly, or pronounce her name correctly. Been saying it wrong for over the past 15 years, but Rihanna. So let's get into it. The comeback performance of Rihanna. She hasn't performed since 2016, and since then she's kind of positioned herself to be, she's a billionaire at this point, and she has transitioned into a different realm, which was the Fenty, beauty line, and the, lingerie and the underwear line, all that stuff. So she hasn't really performed. We haven't gotten new music, and a lot of people were expecting this to lead to something else, and it did. It didn't lead to quite what people wanted or what they expected, which would be like an album. There were a lot of rumors of a tour announcement that would happen directly after her performance. However, instead, she told the people, I revealed that she is pregnant with her second baby. She just had one in May, so they just popping them out. You know what I mean? But let's get into the performance. So I didn't know what to expect from the performance because Rihanna has hits for days, but she's never, for me at least, been that person I'm like excited to see perform for the sake of performing. Like, it never was my thing. So I will say this. So first of all, you couldn't tell me, like, I was watching the game with my brother and his girlfriend, and I'm like, she not pregnant. I kept saying, like, she's not pregnant. Nah, she's not pregnant. She just hasn't lost the baby weight yet. And then my brother's girlfriend was like, no, that's a round belly. That ain't just I had a baby and I ain't lost the weight type stomach. I'm like, all right. And then they confirmed it after. So, like, I thought the effect of the many stages, traveling up and down and making different designs, I thought that was cool. All the dancers were dope. They, I think, added to the performance, and it's expected to have umpteenth amount of dancers just because it's a Super Bowl and it's a big stage. It's one of the most watched events on TV ever. So I, was expecting the stage to be good. So I will say this. The fact that she was pregnant made the performance dope, right? But if she wasn't pregnant and that was a performance, I would have felt that was a lazy performance. And then, this is my first initial thought, but then thinking about Rihanna and when she was performing all the time, she never really gave high energy. She always gave like a vibe. And I don't know who I was following or whose video that I saw on TikTok, but I was like, once they said that, I'm like, you're right. However, I just feel like this is the Super Bowl and you have been gone. Now, I'm speaking as if she wasn't pregnant, but you have been gone for years from that realm of entertainment. So I feel like she could have more to the performance, just for the simple fact that this is a big platform, this is a big moment. But it made up for it with the dancers and the effects and the fireworks and all that stuff. But Rihanna, the performer, it was lackluster to me. It was lazy performance. When you take out the fact that she was pregnant. Now, if you put in the fact that she was pregnant, that's dope. The moves that she did do, it was like, okay, like I know a lot of, I've had friends that have been pregnant like that. They do one little move or walk a little bit, they done. So the fact that she kept it going and didn't seem tired, and the fact that she was elevating that high was dope. But I don't know, like I just feel like I wanted more. I feel like I wanted some guests to come out. Like she has enough features that we could have got a surprise guest. I don't know who she could have brought out. A$AP Rocky. You know what I mean? Like they could have did something together. So I feel like that was the element of surprise, because they always give you something random at the the Super Bowl. Whether it's a actual performer that you didn't know was coming out, or just a random, doesn't have anything to do with the headliner, but they, do it, So I guess expected more. And I honestly don't think she is even focused on music. Like she probably makes more money and has to do less work, doing the Fenty line, which is cool, but like, say that. Don't have us out here anticipating new music and then you're not coming out with something. Because everybody like Lift Me Up is like, no. I kept saying before the performance or leading up to the performance, I kept saying like, if she starts off with lit, there's a wrap. So I'm glad she didn't do that, but she definitely covered a lot of her hits. I wish she would have did Ponder Replay, just because that was the first Rihanna song that we introduced her, and it wasn't, this is one of my favorite songs by her. It wasn't like a big single, but if it's loving that you want, you should make me a girl. If it's loving that you need, you become to share my world. Like I wanted to hear that, but it's not one of her bigger songs, so I get it. Okay. Well, that's the Super Bowl halftime, my opinion of it. How did you guys feel about the Super Bowl halftime? Comment below what you thought. But again, my overall thought is she's pregnant, so that was dope. Hands down dope. Now, it took me a week to get myself together to even talk about it, and I think the fact that I have tickets to the tour, now I feel better. But let's talk about the Grammys for a minute. Like, I was good the whole show. Even the awards that Beyonce didn't win, I understood. And if you look back at my Grammy predictions video, some of my predictions, or majority of my predictions, came together, right? So I was vibing the whole night. The hip hop part of the show, the hip hop 50-year anniversary tribute was dope. Like, you know what I mean? Until we got to till we got to the newer songs, it was like, it lost the energy. But it was so dope. And then it got to Album of the Year. Now, when Trevor Noah got on that stage and he's about to announce the award, and when he went to that round, it was Grandma and my girl Alicia. She's so funny. Like, I follow her on TikTok, and I was like, when I saw her pop up at the Grammys, like, that was a highlight for me. Like, I was like cheering. I was like, that's Alicia. Like, I saw her video when she made the cuff it, when she first heard Cuff It. So seeing that her on there was cool. And Beyonce did make history, but I feel like when we got to Album of the Year, although it felt like we gave her that achievement, so don't be mad about Album of the Year. Like, it just, like, it was so many publications that had the Album of the Year on. Even predictions of the Grammys predicted she would win Album of the Year. So the fact that she did not win Album of the Year, I feel like it lessens that achievement just a little bit, because it's just like she never can win the big award. And she's made quality music. She's been consistently making quality music that should be recognized in that way. And so I was when I say y'all, I was like hype. And then when they announced Harry Styles, like my whole being just like got sad. Like I don't like it just was like, what does she have to do to win that award? Like I don't you know what I mean? Like it's just number one, it's overdue, and it's disrespectful to kind of use her for ratings, like have her in the promos, have her, talk about her all night through all different segments, and then not for her to win. It's very disrespectful in my opinion. But hopefully we have 2 more acts to go, so hopefully, another act will take it home, the prize home. But yeah, was very sad about that. But the highlight besides that was Lizzo and Adele. Like Adele is, I know for a simple fact that if I met Adele in some way, shape, or form, that would be my friend, because she's hilarious and she has no filter. I just know we would be friends. But yeah, so how did y'all feel about Album of the Year? I know I'm kind of late, we're over it now, or are we? And how many of y'all got y'all Renaissance tickets? Let me tell you something. My friends and I we went to, this will be my 6th Beyonce concert, or 5th Beyonce concert, and 6th Beyonce related show throughout the course of her career. And this has been the most stressful ticket buying process ever, and I feel like that's Ticketmaster's job and everything like that, but it's because of Ticketmaster, because this whole process, Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, was just a lot, you know what I mean? Then getting waitlisted, the emotions. But we in there, I'm in there. Me and my friends are in there. Hopefully all of my other friends that want tickets will get them, fingers crossed. And another thing I wanted to talk about is people saying that, well, the Grammys don't recognize Black artists, so why do they keep going, or why do they put so much merit on that, or why don't they go to the Soul Train Awards or the BET Awards? And from my opinion, I don't think it is necessarily the award, it's the network. Because BET let a lot of things slide as far as things they say about artists. Like when you watch the Grammys, you don't really hear, jokes being made about specific artists and what they're doing in their personal lives as much as you hear at the BET Awards. And I feel like from there, a lot of people got a bad taste in their mouth for the network, so that's why they don't attend it. You have to remember that the BET Awards and the Soul Train Awards, all filter in through that channel. So I feel like that's part of it. So they just got a bad taste in their mouth and don't want to go to those awards anymore, because it's just like, they're made fun of in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, I think once that gets addressed, I think we will see more people go to those awards again, because like circa the years when I was in high school and middle school, like the BET Awards were the thing to watch. And even like when I was a little kid, like the Soul Train Awards, everybody showed up, everybody performed, everybody was there. So we have to get back to that at some point. But I think that's what it is. I think it's a network, honestly. And also I want to address something else. that I've been seeing a lot of. All of these like conspiracy theories about mostly Beyonce. Have y'all seen the pastor who said if you go to the Beyonce concert, you're a demon, or she's a, it's a whole bunch of craziness. Like, and it's so disheartening because you only hear that type of talk in reference to black entertainers. You don't hear that talk with the white counterparts. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, why is it that in order for our black entertainers to be successful, they have to get accused of worshiping or Illuminati? And I don't know if Illuminati is a real thing or not. I don't think it is. I just think people have worked hard and got put in rooms that put them in positions to get to a higher, spot. I don't think it's any of that other stuff. But I just feel like, why is it always you have to have Soldier Soul to do X, Y, and Z if you're black? You don't get, and just like I forgot to talk about Sam Smith. Now, I didn't see anything wrong with his performance. I feel like in some sense, like, he has to find a look that actually works for him. Because the look that he has right now, I get it, but it doesn't necessarily work for him. I feel like he's trying too hard. It doesn't seem like it's a natural thing. But Sam Smith did the same type of performance that Lil Nas X has done. But we didn't see a whole bunch of backlash or outcry or outrage about Sam Smith's performance as much as we saw outrage and all that backlash for Lil Nas X performance. I just feel like we put another example of how we put so much on our black artists and have so much to say and don't support them, and then till something happens to them. But yeah, that's my recap. Just the Super Bowl, Grammys, Illuminati shit, all that. So comment below how you feel on these topics. How did you feel about the Super Bowl? How did you feel about the Grammys? What is your take on the conspiracy theories about black celebrities and black entertainers? So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.